Hello and welcome to the Listening Post's unboxing channel on YouTube. Today I'm unboxing Bluesound's Powernode 2i. Bluesound, of course, offshoot from NAD, very much in their family and architecture. They did a Powernode, the new version being the Powernode 2, slightly smaller form factor, slightly more control and power. The i, the latest version, has a significant change in operating system and snappiness and things along those lines. Still part of the same ecosystem, still part of the same easy to use system, but the i is quite a leap forward in overall operating experience and control. The Powernode, of course, is big. They do a node, and the Powernode, of course, has its amplifier on board, capable of driving quite a wide range of speakers. Obviously, bookshelves quite easily, efficient or modest sized floor standers as well. So let's have a look. Firstly, we've opted to have this one factory sealed, although a care package arrived with all of the power cords, so it suggests that inside we don't have a New Zealand one. Opening it is really straightforward. A simple nick along one of the seams of the box allows you to easily tear open the factory seal. Once we have that off, we can kind of have a better look at the box itself. It's got a lovely gloss overlay of the Bluesound sort of graphic, a little bit of implication as far as the high-res audio, some branding. There's a colour delineation very subtly at the back on a sticker, and then some basic information about some of the features. One of the main ones with this, and what makes it kind of unique for its price, is it's fully featured in MQA. It's also Wi-Fi and AirPlay, that's kind of an expectation. It features HD aptX for Bluetooth, and it's bi-directional, so it will output to a set of high-end headphones or input from a cell phone or something for streaming. There's a bit of other information as well, and opening it from this point is really easy. Just take the main top box off. Inside we see at a glimpse some of the choices NAD have made from a packaging perspective. As we drill in, firstly we see a basic setup guide and a layer of recycled cardboard offering a little bit of protection between it and the next layer. Again, some folded cardboard protecting the product itself. A desiccant bag and an accessory pack. Now, as per the logos that you see, this is what you would expect. We have a useless to me power cord, an additional one for the US, and a network cable. There's also two 3.5mm optical to Toslink adapters to give you in and out digitally. These small form factor products can ill afford to have too many sort of large sockets, so they've chosen to have these multiple use 3.5mm adapters instead. Okay. Now there's a little wee empty box there just as a filler. Taking the product out, I'll just get rid of the final amount of cardboard protection. We've got inside a far more comprehensive user manual for Bluesound, but I'll be honest, most of the time, once you've done a software update, you're going to use an app or something like that to operate it. Okay. Now the product itself is, I guess, relatively small. It's designed to be small. With digital amplification on board, it doesn't need to be large and will run very efficiently. It's protected inside a cloth bag. And getting rid of that, we get to have a look at the product itself. Firstly, again, its form factor. It's designed to be small, but mighty in its performance. It's got a rubberized sort of feel and a nice little strip of elegance with a little negative detail. There's a Bluesound logo front and center, and beneath that a 3.5mm headphone socket. As we tilt it forward, you'll see again the Bluesound logo, and then some touch-sensitive illuminated buttons for volume up and down, play, pause, and skipping backwards and forwards. It's not very deep, as I alluded to, and at the back it's where it's simple yet extremely feature-rich. Because this has streaming on board for 15 or 16 different streaming services, it'll stream directly off your phone, it's a UPnP, all of those things are covered off. It doesn't need a myriad of inputs and outputs. But because it's designed to run speakers directly, it also doesn't need a myriad of things to connect to. This is designed to drive speakers in a room, perhaps multi-room in ceiling or bookshelf speakers, rather than being a hub for a lot more. But because it can be used in a number of applications, it's still very feature rich. So starting with the boring end, it's got an IEC power socket. Along from that are the 5-way binding posts. The banana plugs are covered off with these traditional plastic caps, which are easy to get off with a fingernail. The binding post is a rudimentary design, good fit and finish, nice and tight. Above the left is an HDMI input. Now this is for both audio return and potentially high resolution out of an SA CD playing Blu-ray player. Although the main reason for it is the ARC or audio return channel from a TV. There's some service ports and then the hybrid input that the 3.5mm optical adapter can be utilised for. This input is either an optical digital 2 or an analog input 2, depending on whether or not you're using a 3.5mm stereo jack or the Toslink. Beside it is an IR input for the purposes of an external IR sensor. We have a USB. Now this is capable of seeing files, music files for playback purposes, and the main network socket. Now this is a wireless product as well, but please, anything that you are doing from a quality perspective should see a network cable being utilised rather than relying on Wi-Fi. Over here we have the subwoofer output, ideal if this is running a little 2.0 or 2.1 pack, wonderful idea, and easily managed within the software to utilise it well. Then over to the far side is the first analog optical hybrid, again using one of those adapters if required. We've got a 3.5mm analog input and an optical digital as well. Okay, so this mighty little zone amplifier, power amplifier, streaming amplifier, awesome product. The Bluesound Powernode 2i, unboxed here at the Listening Post in Christchurch, New Zealand. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more, subscribe to our channel.